This is just my adult lunch bag. It's like, going off to school. Hi, welcome back to another video. My name is Rachel. I am so glad that you are here. I am currently on my way to the office for work. It's a Friday and I have never been happier to reach a Friday. It has been an absolute doozy of a week. So very, very happy to be at the end of it and hopefully have a really good weekend. But I wanted to quickly kind of show you my outfit. Let me see if there's a way that I can do this. So I have this like little chore coat situation. It's striped. I got it at Goodwill. It has like, I don't know, little pockets. It's very cute. And then I'm just wearing my white Levi jeans that I love and I've had forever. And then these little like dupes of Birkenstocks with the straps. I think the name of it is like the Boston Clog or something. But I got this from a little boutique in Brooklyn called Shop Pesh. I will link it below. I don't know if these shoes are still in stock, but they have a lot of cute shoes. And it was definitely worth the dupe because there was one going around like at Nordstrom that was $500 that looked like this. That was Birkenstock, and I said absolutely not, but I love the style of it. And then I found these for $80. So this morning I did a cardio bar class. Some of y'all may know that I love taking bar classes, but this one was a cardio version and it kicked my behind. I'm literally like still quivering. Like I walk around and my legs are like threatening to give out on me, which I need them to not do. You may not have noticed, but I did get my hair done a darker color. Now that my wedding is over, I told my hairstylist, I was like, let's just play. Let's just kind of see if we can change it up a little bit. I really like the idea of going darker. It felt like less upkeep to me. I know most people go lighter in the summer, but I was just like, I don't know. I felt like mine brunette, the natural brunette that I've had in previous videos, like that's my solid hair color. I haven't touched or colored my hair in years. And I really wanted to focus on the health of it as I grew it back because it used to be very short. I'll post a picture so you can see just how short my hair was. Now that it's like at a good length and I feel like it's healthy, I was like, let's just color it, go darker. And I feel like this fits me so much more. It matches my eyebrows. It feels kind of like it should be my true color. So I'm so happy that I did it. She absolutely crushed it. It's nothing like insanely crazy different. It feels like a little good refresh to me. So I'm happy with it. I'm just a girl and I'm gonna have 8,000 things before I leave the house. Good morning. Oh, I didn't see you there. I was a bit too busy stretching to go on my hot girl walk. Today is a day that I really wanted to get my ish back together. If you saw my last video, I was in Tampa for several days. And then this week with work was busy, just having to be in the office most of the time. So this is my first remote day. It's Thursday, and I really want to get stuff done. I have to run a couple errands. We definitely need groceries, go for a walk, and of course, you know, I woke up and I got my period. We're gonna fight through it, but also listen to our bodies. I sat this morning and had breakfast with my heating pad and took some Advil, so if at any point I start to feel meh, we're shutting the day down. But I got a big t-shirt on. I'm gonna put my headphones in. I haven't been connecting with any music, which is very unfortunate. It's been like the same couple songs and artists, which is fine, but like I do love the feeling of finding like a new song that is just like a jam. I have not had that. I don't know, I just feel like it's not the same as it used to be. Like, you know, like 2014 to like 2018, to me, I felt like there were so many good songs coming out. And I have tried the audiobook thing, and I don't hate it, but I just really do not vibe with a lot of the narrator voices. They bother me. And I do not like when it's a girl narrator trying to deepen her voice to like be the guy, if there's a guy in the book. I don't know, it just kind of icks me out. We're gonna find it along the way and get this day started and productive, and also prioritize rest when we can. It's so humid, I think I'm gonna throw up. really loving our new rug. It's growing on me and it makes the house feel so homey. We had friends that just moved, and so it was something that they were like, would you want this? And I'm like, sure, rugs are expensive. So they gave it to us and it was like a perfect fit for our space. So very happy about that. I have my list for the week that I'm trying to work on. This morning I got up and went for like a nice 40-minute walk, and I listened to a sermon by a pastor that I really love. And then McLean is now at the gym. We were kind of ships in the night this morning in terms of readiness to go to the gym. So he's there now, but I want to do something that I don't usually do, which is plan out my week. Mainly just dinners that I know of. So there are 2 days this week where I put TBD because I just don't know. The nights that I know that I haven't committed to any plans, I just claimed with groceries and meals that I know I can make dinners with. So kind of mapping out the week, and then I have a to buy list at the top of things I need to get this week, because we've been really good about breakfasts and dinners, but lunch is kind of where we've struggled. Both of us get lunch out almost every day on the work day, so I want to get some stuff where we can meal prep some lunches and kind of save money that way. The sun is coming in, we're getting some lighting. This is like a really, this is art. I want to edit this vlog. I want to do something fun. I need to go get a sweet treat. It's Sunday. I gotta fight the scaries somehow, but I want to book out workout classes for the week on ClassPass. I'm gonna clean kind of a desk area in the guest room finally, so I can kind of use it as an office space. And yeah, that's kind of it so far, but we're just, I feel like I'm like being interrogated by my own home. So that's kind of it for today. Just a casual, easy day, prepping for the new week. The weekends always go by so fast. Run some minimal errands. You know the one where you literally can look like what the cat drug in, because they're just those errands where it doesn't matter. And what are those errands, you ask? Returning my library books, which I don't even have to go inside for. So, and then I have, you can't really see, but there's this bag back here of items that I'm going to try to sell for some money instead of just giving them straight to Goodwill. But if I'm not going to get good money for them, then they're out. So, but I did end up finishing Powerful, the little novella that goes after Powerless. It was sweet, but if you know, you know the ending already. So like you're reading it and you're like, oh, this is so nice, but then there's this thing looming like at the end. So, and then I talked about this, I believe, the book that I read. I got this at the library because I started this on an audiobook and then I finished the book in person, and I actually enjoyed listening more, even though the people's voices, like I've said, bother me. But this one I felt like I was just skimming through it to see kind of like what was going to happen. This was 3 stars. And then I didn't read this one. I didn't read Ruthless Vows. I read Divine Rivals last year, loved it, but then I've heard this one was disappointing, so that's kind of kept me from picking it up. I may extend this hold, so maybe I will go inside. I don't know. So we'll see, but 3 library books, 3 weeks, like, in addition to my other TBR and my Kindle, so like 2 out of 3 is pretty good. I will say, 2 out of 3 is pretty good. But I have to, when I get back, I'll tell you more about the other 2 books that I finished, that I just own. I have you now set up on my car situation, so I can take you with me safely and just chat it up. This morning I tried to take a bar class online, which I've actually done the last few weeks and really enjoyed. Just because for me, now with work, I am at a 4-1 schedule, so I only get 1 day remote, and I think it was easier for me with a 3-2 in months past to go early one morning or just to kind of maybe fit one in at lunch, and then I just felt like I had more autonomy in my schedule. And now it's been a little bit harder for me to get to classes and use ClassPass. So today I'm like log on and like, I mean, it was usually it's like up and running 15 minutes before and you're kind of just like waiting and like you can see people joining the class. But today it started at 9:15 and 9:20 I was still waiting in the Zoom lobby. Like they forgot to let me in. So I was like, well, in my head I'd already like worked myself up to go do a workout. So I went for a nice 30-minute walk and it was getting quite hot by the time I was done. And then I came back and just did like a little like 12-minute arm and ab thing I found on YouTube. So it was fine. But I did that, did a load of laundry, put a load of laundry in, and did some work, and now I'm bebopping around. Also, it's 11:42 and I have a meeting at 1, and it just registered like kind of how close I am to my meeting time, and I want to be able to get back and kind of like put on a little makeup because I have to be on camera for this one. So I'm like, I don't know if I have time for both errands. Like the library thing is easy, I could just drop that off, but like the going into cell, I have to like drop it off and be like, okay, and then driving back home, it might be tight. Or I might just have to eat lunch after my meeting. You guys are really just along for the ride with my stream of consciousness right now. Am I close enough to just do it from my window? Last few times I've had to get out. A little bit of a reach. I'm not gonna auto renew this one. If I make another trip back and I find it again, then I'll know it's meant to be and I need to read it. I have strategically kind of positioned you where you don't have to see the surrounding mess, but at least my desk is clear. And I have leftovers from last night for lunch, a watermelon poppy, which is actually very much grown on me. I don't know if they changed their recipe, or I could be getting it confused with the Olipop watermelon lime one. I think that's one that I'm like, not loving, but cannot get enough of the watermelon one. But hair is up in a ponytail, got some earrings on, got some, a little bit of blush and concealer, and so we're ready for our meeting, but we're just gonna eat and do a little bit of work until then. Books that I read that I mentioned earlier. So I stopped in Barnes & Noble and, always get sucked in by the buy one, get one 50% offs. But I really, really enjoyed, love Unwritten, not rewritten. Although I kind of feel like rewritten would make sense if you've read the book. I don't know. Really liked it. 4.5 stars. I do feel like it dragged for like the last little bit of it because there was no real third act breakup. So it's like, we get it. You're happy. We're so happy that you have your millionaire boyfriend who wants to buy you everything. I'm so happy for you. So just kidding. I really was happy for them, but it's like, we get it. Okay. This has been sitting on my TBR shelf for a while. I've heard good things about it. When I looked it up on Goodreads, some people that I follow had given it really high ratings. It's called Serpent and Dove. It's about witches, which I don't really read a lot. And the setting is kind of like France. There's like a lot of some French like trickled in, so it's kind of inspired off of that. I don't think they're actually in France. I think the world that they're in is inspired by French culture. It's witches versus chasseurs. They're like very, they abuse scripture in the Bible to be very, men rule, women rule. Very interesting. I haven't really read anything like it before, so that kept me interested. I kind of found the lead girl to be a little bit insufferable. By the end of the book, I was like racing through to see what was going to happen, but I did find her to be like, okay, we get it. No one can tell you what to do. It was sweet how she and her love interest came together, but I do feel like it kind of like happened very quickly. I don't know how to explain it. If you've read this book, like let me know if you feel this way, because I just feel like it was very enemies. Then all of a sudden she was just like, I missed him once he coming home. And you're like, I feel like I skipped a step. I thought you were literally just trying to kill him like 2 chapters ago. It was still good. I gave it 4 stars. A lot of people give 5. I gave 4. There were some parts about it that I was like, There's 2 more books in the series. I don't know if I'm in a hurry to read them, but they're on my radar and I will eventually get around to it. I think that there are mixed reviews about the second and third book, that it could have just been like a second book and been a duology. The second felt like a filler book, and then the half of the third felt like a filler book, so if they would have just put the second and third together, it would have been fine. So that doesn't make me like super pumped to pick it up and read it, so I might start a book that's on my TBR that I've been like looking forward to read more. Plus, I don't have either of the second or third books, and I'd have to go buy them, and I have so many books that I have already bought. So, Goodreads loves to remind me that I am behind schedule, but the Little Powerful novella helped. Those 2 books are helping. We're getting back up there. Feel free to follow me on Goodreads. Hold me accountable.